वो खलील करबला हुसैन है, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह, इला ज़वाल दरसगाह हुसैन है। आगे आगे आ जाए, कदम कदम आगे आ जाए, काफी मोमिनीन करें पीछे। मैं गुजारिश करता हूँ आप उसके कदम कदम बिल्कुल मेंबर के पास आ जाए। सब मिल के आवाज़ बुलंद सल्लल्लाहु मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद बिल्कुल आगे आगे।
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद बुलंद सलावत।
Allah की रज़ा और इज़्ज़त आलम के बिला अल्लाह मौला तक़सर कंट्रोल रिसर्च शॉट मक्तल मौला हुसैन अलैहिस्सलाम in English Muhammad wa ala Muhammad sallallahu
क्या तमस्खुर हुआ इस्लाम की तकदीर के साथ, क्या तमस्खुर हुआ इस्लाम की तकदीर के साथ, कत्ल शब्बीर हुए नारे तकदीर के साथ, तमाम कातलाने आले रसूल के तमाम सहूलतकारों पर लानत। नारे हैदरी,
इन्ना लिल्लाह व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन, इन्ना लिल्लाह व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन, इन्ना लिल्लाह व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन। Our condolences to Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman, Ajjalallahu ta'ala faraj sharif. My brothers and those sisters listening to me, we feel the pain of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salatu salam, but trust me and believe me on this, we cry tears and the son of al-Zahra cried tears. But the difference between our tears is we've heard and we cry, and he sees and he cries. We cry the blood, we cry tears, and he cries blood. The son of al-Zahra, in his loneliness right now. I don't know where he is. I don't know what the riwayah says, but I'm pretty sure he's close to the qabr of Sayyid al-Shuhada and the zuwar of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, and he cries the blood of tears right now. What we have heard, he sees year after year. The love of Hussein does not require language. This is beyond language. To cry in al-Hussein, don't wait for Arabic or Persian or Urdu or English. When you hear Hussein, you hear Hussein. This is the language of love. Today, the Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman is bleeding from his eyes and he's beating his chest and he says, Hussein, Ya Hussein. On this day today, Salama wakes up in Medina and she cries, Hussein wa Husaina. And people gather and they ask, Oh Salama, what brings you to your tears today? She says, what is the date today? They say, Salama, it is the 10th of Muharram. He says, this is the day I was promised. For I saw in my dream Rasulullah. I saw Rasulullah in a state. His buttons are buttoned. His sleeves are rolled. There is hair. There is sand on his head. And he beats his head. Salama, he says, Salama, how are you sleeping right now when they have butchered my son Hussein on the place of Karbala? Wake up, Salama. Wake up. Wake up, Salama. For they've killed my Hussein on the plains of Karbala. For they've butchered my son Hussein on the plains of Karbala. My brothers and my sisters, and those listening to me, I know it has been a long few nights and it has been a long day, but you sit here in the shade. You sat here in the shade while the son of Azara stands in the desert of Karbala. You have access to water. If you want and you're thirsty, you have access to water. The same water Abul Fadl was killed for. The same water little children in the camp of Imam al-Hussein, young boys and young girls, little children in the camp of Imam Hussein saying what? Al-Atash, 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 oh thirst, oh thirst, oh thirst. When you go back to Karbala, what do you see in Karbala right now? What are you to witness in Karbala right now when you go back to Karbala? Let me help you and let's all go back to Karbala and see what we witness in Karbala. In Karbala, we see a 60-year-old man on his own stand outside of his tent. He looks to his left and then he looks to his right. He looks towards Abbas and he looks for Qasim Ali Akbar. And he announces, when he announces, هل من ناصر ينصرنا هل من مغيث يغيثنا. Is there no one to help Hussein ibn Ali? Is there nobody to help and aid us? Is there nobody who will defend the daughters of Rasulullah? You see, Hussein ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib is alone right now. And you've heard the musibah of Ali al-Asghar. It's done. Even the one who could support him, Hussein, with his own hand, the father, had to bury. Hussein had to kneel down on the plains of Karbala, and it was Dhul-Fiqar. He had to dig a small grave, and he placed Ali al-Asghar in that grave. Imam al-Hussein ﷺ stands up, and it is time now. He understands through the Mashi'a and the Maslaha, and the promise he made to his grandfather, he now, Sayyid al-Shuhada, understands it is time. You tell me the commotion in the tents of Hussein when Hussein is entering the tents for the last time. Understand the weight of the statement. When I say entering the tents for the last time, every shaheed who went outside except for Abul Fadl, he came back. Hussein will not have this privilege. He won't be coming back to the tents anymore. How does he say his goodbyes? Who does he meet first? Does he see Ruqayya first or Sakina first? Does he speak to Fatima first or Khadija first? Does he speak to Kulthum or Zainab salamullah alayha? Who does Hussein go and sit with? Who does he talk to? The ulama who tied the maqatil, they say, they form a circle around Al-Hussein. and they lament Hussein's departure while he's alive. You know how? If you can't imagine this, imagine a janaza and the women surrounding it. Hussein left the tent. How a janaza would leave the house. Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam has come out. This man of 60 years old, the son of Rasulullah, thirsty and hungry for 3 days. All he's done all morning is he's picked janazas and he brought them himself. It is a heavy task to pick 70 janazas all morning and bring them to the camps of who? Of his camp. Now it is time for Sayyid al-Shuhada to leave. Do you remember Qasim's departure? Who helped him on the horse? Imam Hussain helped him on the horse. When Aun and Muhammad were leaving, Abbas helped the one on the horse, and Imam Hussain helped the other brother on the horse. Ali Akbar left, and Imam Hussain helped him on the horse. Abbas left, and it was Imam al-Hussain with Abu al-Fadl Abbas to help him get on his ride and head towards battle. I ask you this question. It is time for Hussain to leave. Who will come forth? Who comes forth to help Imam al-Hussain go towards the battlefield? Lo and behold, the Ravi writes, the narrator writes, he says, we see a Bibi come out. Zainab al-Kubra salamu alayha comes out and she says, brother, don't you worry. I will help you. I will help you get on this horse and I will help you to go towards the Muqtam. Imam al-Hussain gets on the horse, alayhi salatu wassalam. He's bid farewell, he said his goodbyes. He wants to move. Imam al-Hussain wants to move. But his horse, his Zal-Jannah won't move, it won't budge. Imam Hussain looks at Zal-Jannah. He says, this is our last test. No more will I trouble you, O Zal-Jannah. Why do you not move now? The Zal-Jannah looks at his feet. And the Imam follows the gaze of the Zal-Jannah. He looks down, he sees a 4-year-old doctor holding on to the legs of Zal-Jannah. The Imam gets off the Zal-Jannah. He sits on the ground. He picks up. He says, Sakina. He says, Sakina, what is it? I don't remember the narration that talks about the conversation Imam al-Hussain must have had with Bibi Sakina. I don't know the conversation. But what they say, they noticed, as soon as Sakina's Baba said something to Sakina, she let go. He says, go, Baba, go. The only thing I can think of is when Rasulullah was passing away and Bibi Zahra was crying. Rasulullah was leaving this world and Bibi Zahra salamullah alayha was crying. Rasulullah says, come to me, my daughter. Come, I have something to share with you. As Zahra puts her ear to the mouth of Rasulullah, Rasulullah says, will you not be pleased if I tell you, you will be the first one to meet me, Fatima? And I can imagine this is the only thing Hussain would have told Sakina, because after Hussain left, it was only a matter of time when Sakina meets her Papa. She lets him go. She says, Baba, go. Go fulfill your promise. Ya Abati, go. Al-Wida, Ya Zainab. Al-Wida, Ya Kulthum. Al-Wida, Ya Banat Rasulullah. This is Hussain leaving to the battlefield. And now the riwayah narrates something interesting. It says, you would expect a man who is in his 60s, who has not had water nor food, would be weak. All morning he's been picking janazas. All morning he's made sure, he's been around the tents making sure nobody to attack the tent from the behind. But now when he is on the horse, Hussein's face shines like the radiant sun. Now the son of Ali has entered the Karbala. Now the brother of Abu al-Fadl has entered the Ma'raka. He enters the Maqtal. He must have turned around and he says, Abbas, Jazakallah. But now, look at Hussain fight. Ali Akbar, this is your Baba entering the battlefield. Now witness your father's battle. And like the son of a true lion of Allah, Hussain ibn Ali attacks the thrones of these Jahannamis. La'natullahi alayhim ajma'in. Hussain attacks and he attacks. And the son of Ali fights like Ali. Nothing is stopping the son of Zahra today from fighting. How dare you kill my Abbas? I will avenge you. How dare you hurt my Qasim? This is Hussain entering the battlefield now. I would like to bring your attention to a point. You know when Ali Akbar would go to the battlefield, he had the peace of mind knowing no matter how I progress in the battlefield, there's 30,000 people, no matter how deep I go into the enemy trenches, I know Zainab has Abbas and Hussain watching over them. Hussain does not have the surety. When Qasim went to battle, he knew my mother was safe because Hussain is there. Now, how deep does Hussain go before he has to come back and make sure nobody has attacked the camps of Hussain and Zainab? Do you understand how difficult it is for Hussain to fight? He cannot proceed because he has to keep watch on the camps. But he fights. The arrows pierce his body. The spears pierce his bodies. You know what Imam al-Baqir says? Imam al-Baqir says those who did not have arrows and spears, they would pick up rocks and they would pelt him with rocks. They would pelt him with rocks. The son of Zahra on his horse now and he fights till a point when it is heard. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي. Hussain alayhi salam understands it is time for this battle to end. It is time for Hussain to go. Hussain alayhi salam on his knees on the ground in Karbala. These mala'een, these accursed ones, these enemies of God are afraid to approach Hussain ibn Ali. He sits there leaning on his Zulfiqar on his knees. They don't know if Hussain is alive. They don't know if Hussain has passed away. And they're afraid to approach this lion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what they do? They make up a plot. They say it loudly. Say, we are attacking the tents now. Let's go loot and pillage the tents of Hussain. Let's go towards the tents of Al-Hussain. As soon as Hussain hears this, with arrows in his body and spears in his body, he tries and gets up. He said, Hussain is still alive. Don't you dare go towards the tents of Zainab and the daughters of Azhar. And they fight. And he fights back till a point he gets to the ground. I don't have it in me. I cannot. I don't have the energy to speak of the atrocities that happen. But I can tell you, when you go to Karbala, Allah give you the rizq and the ziyarah to go to Karbala, inshallah. When you go to Karbala and you stand at a place called Ra's al-Imam or Maqtal of the Imam, if you look outside, there is a hill. It's a small hilltop. It's called Tilla Zainabiyya. You know what this Tilla Zainabiyya is? Tilla Zainabiyya is the point where Bibi Zainab, she left her tent, she walked towards the Tilla. It's a hilltop where she overlooked and she saw Hussain ibn Ali, her brother, the son of her mother, on the ground in his blood, covered from head to toe. Her brother cut off. She stands up and she witnesses this. This was enough masaib. This was enough musibah for a woman to watch. But you know what else she sees? She sees something else. She sees Shimr get off his horse. Shimr gets off his horse and he walks towards his Hussain, and his intentions are not good. He's holding a dagger in his hand. He approaches Hussain and Zainab shrieks out, Shimr, what is it you plan to do? This is the son of Rasulullah. This is the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. This is the son of Zahra. What is your intention? And Shimr was close. وَسِمْرٌ جَالِسُ عَلَى صَدْرِهِ. And Shimr said, on the chest of Imam Hussain. Akhada bilayati. He grabbed him by the beard and he put it aside. From next to chest. You're here at the place of Karbala. Ya Hussain. Wow, Hussain. القتل هو الذي يغفر. Allahu Akbar. Allah, Allah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
हमारे कराची से आवे तबीब मेहमान आवे सैयद जिले सप्लाई मेरी साहब कुमला से क्यों आई और